Okay, here we are again. So I've done the thing with my hair dryer another couple of times. I was not in any condition to put that on video because I was in my underclothes. Sorry, not that immodest. And we have not made a whole lot of progress. And if there's one thing I know about Millie, it's that sometimes the best tactic with her is to say, well, you have to. So we're gonna kind of do, well, you have to right now, which I haven't done with her yet. So, yeah, now you'll see she's comfortable coming up and sniffing it. Want to take some treats? Yeah. Yum, 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 yum. So I'm gonna turn it on. It's on low. It's on cool air because it's still too hot out even though we're in the shade. Okay. What I'm gonna do is make her little leg not over there. And she's gonna catch her and say, okay, get over. Up. Oh, I know. Not the horror. So I still don't want to pull and create that fight. So I'm gonna pull and release and pull and release. Good. Pull and release. Pull and release. Come on. Pull and release. Pull. Ah. Good girl. Yeah, that's fine. You can run away. Okay. And she's taking treats, even though she wouldn't do that at this point yesterday. Oops. Sorry, that was my fault. Pull, release. Pull, release. Pull, release. Come on. I know. Pull, release. Now, just then, my inclination was to get her to stop trying to balk before I started using the dryer. And then I realized that if I do that, she's never going to stop balking. So the idea behind this, okay, pull, release, pull, release. All right, I'm going to keep a little bit of pressure on her collar just to keep her here. Good girl. The idea behind telling her, yes, you have to, even though she seems like maybe she really doesn't want to, is that when dogs are afraid of something, quite often they just never try it. And then you say, here, take a treat, and get a little closer, and a little closer, and a little closer. She's calm enough to take a treat. And they just say, no, the treat is not worth risking it. So they don't ever get much better than what you have initially. Come here. Come here. Thank you. Come here. Good girl. There you go. Now, if I say, I'm sorry, Millie, but you have to stay here and experience this, even though a minute ago she would have said, no, never in a million years, it's not worth the risk. Now she's saying, well, I can stop panicking because it's not awful. Clearly she does not like it, but look, no hands, Mom. And she's not trying to run away. Good girl, and she took one treat. Take another one. Nope, we're not that comfortable, that's okay. Millie Vanilli, I'm proud of you. Now, since she won't take treat, I'm going to use lots of petting and touch because I want some kind of reward. When dogs are rewarding each other, they do so mostly through touch methods. Good, you're fine. We're good. And you'll notice, I do it a little bit, we take a break. I do a little bit, we take a break. Especially if she doesn't go racing off, she just kind of walks off. That's fine. She's staying calm in that moment, which is what I want. Now she says, nope, I think it's got a monster again. So I said, well, you have to stay still. Good girl. She thinks it's a monster on this side. She's better on the other side. Hi, good girl. Good job, Millie Vanilli. Now, the problem with doing it this way is now I need to keep going until she's not so stressed out. If I were to just stop and be like, okay, we did 5 minutes, that's enough, she's going to walk away from this going, holy cow, that was terrifying. I'm really hoping I'm still in the video frame. And so is Millie. So I need to go long enough for her to realize, oh, this is not terrifying, so that she can walk away with at least a not negative idea. Oh, big yawn. Yawning is trying to release some tension from some stress. This is understandably stressful. Good girl, Millie Vanilli. All right, break, because she's done amazing. Yeah. Hi. Good treat. Hey. And despite the fact that I've sat here and made her do this, she just took a treat, which tells me she is not hugely stressed out. Hi. You want another one? Sure. I like that she's volunteering to come a little closer. Not close enough for these. Oh, yes, close enough for those. Yay. And now you're going to say, okay, come closer again. Come on. Yeah. You can see not as much fighting this time. Oh, don't get your hand caught like that. Nice. Nope, here, we're going to try it again. Now we're on the side she doesn't like. have to do it all over again. Come here, babe. I know it's terrible thing. Now, everything I said before about I'm going to start at her hips and move forward, I've changed that specifically because it's her front end that I can catch and I can keep my hands close together. Good girl. Yeah. She's already had this experience on one side. This is not so bad on this side. Her tail is down. She's saying, I don't want to do this, Jenna. But the whites of her eyes are no longer showing, more than very occasionally. Her tail's not tucked, which means she's not as scared as she was a minute ago. She doesn't like it, but she's not as scared of it. Come here, babe. Set elbow. Come here. All right, we got whites of the eyes again now, and that's fine. Come here, babe. You'll also notice she's not fighting as much. A minute ago when I would say, come over here, she would say, absolutely not, and you can't make me. Now she's like, ah. But she's not doing the big freak out flail. Good girl. Look, Ma, no hands. And we're taking treats. Good girl. Good girl, yes. And I just, as much as I can, I move with her when she says I want to move away. I love that she's taking treats, so I'm going to give her as many as she'll take. Well, without making her sick. Good job. That's right. Lock in and ready. Lock. Billy! Come back over here. Come over here. Come over there. Come over there. Oh, great. Now we're both caught. There we go. Come over here. No, you don't have a choice. Come here. Good girl. Thank you. Yeah. 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 You're good. You're fine. Come here, Dad. Good girl. Come here. I know, it's terrible. You'll also notice I'm talking to her in this light, happy voice. I want her to know I'm not upset with anything that she's doing. I want her to know this is not a punishment. And I also want her to know that I feel pretty confident here, that I'm not worried that we're going to get eaten by the blowing air monster. Whoa, look at all that hair come off. I've been dying to get at this loose hair for days now. Oh, whoosh. Oh, what a good girl. I'm just, how the break there, because wow, that was really good. Yeah. Yeah. I don't expect her to start liking this right now. I mean, she'll probably have to do it 20 times before she says, oh, I like it, as opposed to I will tolerate it. What a good girl, my Millie. So great. Yeah, so great. My real goal, though, is to get her to where she can tolerate it, so that when she goes home, I can tell her owners, all right, take a hairdryer and do this, and she won't like it, but she'll tolerate it. And over time, she'll start to realize that, hey, this is not so bad. I get all that itchy hair blown out. I get petted a lot. I get some treats. And that'll help the groomer. When the groomer goes to do this, suddenly it will become much easier. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Now this is where I want to stop because I'm bored. Good girl. But she's not super calm about it yet. She's still arguing when I ask her to come over. She still sort of dances away from it. I want her to be better than this. I want her to be in a better emotional state than this, I should say. Where she says, yeah, this is not a big deal. This is not something I start with where I tell the dog, well, you have to. Unless either I know the dog really well, or there's absolutely no other way. So I tried the other way first. I did lots of positive reinforcement, lots of modeling behavior, lots of treat training. And only when it didn't work, and I was sure that I knew Molly well enough that I knew this would not traumatize her, am I now doing this. Now on top of that, I know that I need to do this for long enough that she walks away from it not traumatized, but realizing that this thing she thought was a monster is not actually a monster. What a good girl. Such a good girl. Yeah. All right, now I've got some panting still. It's a hot day out, but I've got nice relaxed ears. The whites of the eyes are going away. The tail's gonna stay low. I fully expect that, but it's not quite so tense, and she's letting me sit here and pet her. I'm gonna move the thing away just before she walks away, because ideally I want to start being able to say, let me decide when to stop. Good girl. That was not nearly as much of a pull to get her back over here. Wait, wait, wait. Come here. Good girl. No, come here. Yeah, that's fine. Right there is good. Oops, sorry, babe. I was trying to pull into my lap. That did not work like I meant to do. Okay, let me see. There, we've got a little bit of pressure on the collar because it's hooked around my body, but I'm not holding it. I wanted to see if she would just stand here and let me do this. And she is. Not happy about it. Not so stressed out. Signs of stress are when the ears pinch hard against the skull, the whites of the eyes show, and these back molars show when they pant. She's got some physical stress going on. She's overheating. Not to a dangerous degree or we would not be out here. But you know, she's very warm. So we've had this back molar pant going on pretty much the whole time, I believe, before we started this because it's hot out. That's a physical stress. Hi. So I'm not going to discount that totally, but I'm also going to sort of mediate that with the knowledge that that stress is not entirely coming from being blown on. Good girl. The pinched ears she was doing earlier. No, don't do that again. We're going to get all tied up again. Thank you. The pinched ears she was doing earlier, and now they've relaxed. They folded back a little more than I'd like. This, I want to see this. This is awesome. Am I going to this side now? Have you forgotten this side was okay? Oh, good girl. And then the whites of the eyes, they're showing on and off, so she's flashing signs of stress, but it's not a constant, oh God, this is just awful and I am stressed out. So now she's at the point where I could keep doing this. In a perfect world, it would be a nice cool day and I would keep doing this for the next 20 minutes, but we don't live in a perfect world. And there is, although I don't have the heater on this, it gets a little warm as the engine heats up. Not very warm, but you know, warmer than is comfortable on a hot day. Right. So I'm going to stop here in just a minute. I'm going to try and get her other side one more time. This first side, she's now decided she's afraid of. So I'm just going to remind her, look, it wasn't so scary. Nope, come here. There. You'll notice when I do fight with her, if I can, I turn the hose away from her, especially now because she's not fighting me so much now. Yeah. What a good girl. My petting hand is sort of casually encouraging her to stay in one spot. What a beautiful love.
Milli Vanilli! I think you did it! I think you did! That was amazing! And now we have overkill, excitement, happiness. I want to bring her excitement levels up. I want her to end on this idea that, hey, that wasn't so bad after all. Oh, what a good girl. What a good girl. If I can get her tail to come up, that's the best. There we go. It's not coming up, but at least we've got a good wag. That's a positive emotional state. Oh my goodness. Yeah, did you you want to sniff it? Oh, there it is. There it is. I know. Oh my gosh.
So we end on this mood, and then we're gonna feel a little bit better about the whole situation. You see she's coming back over to circle around the thing. She's not so scared of it. She was circling around at the beginning, which I liked, and I haven't undone anything. Yes, I know. You did so good. Were you such a good girl? You were such a good girl. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Normally, we wouldn't let her jump and be crazy like that, but hey, I am going to encourage any kind of happy crazy because she did a really good job, and I want her to know that. I don't want her having to think about her manners right now. I want her thinking, oh, Jenna's happy with me.
Are you sniffing that thing? Yes, you are. Yes, is it good? Oh, you're right. You touched it. So brave. Oh my gosh. So brave. Yay. You want more treats? Okay.
Okay, but we're gonna put them over here, right there. Oh gosh, you gotta go get them. Clearly she's not worried about it. That's what I want. I don't want, oops, you missed two. You missed these two. I know they blend in, huh? Yeah. I don't want to walk away with her feeling like, oh God, that was awful. I want this. Okay, I can relax and be a happy girl.
I can relax and be a happy girl. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, it's hot out here. All right.
You did so good. You did so good. Yes, you did so good.
You did so good. And I like that I unclipped her leash just now. She didn't go tearing off. She doesn't feel the need to race out of this area. Don't fool yourself into thinking she doesn't know the leash is unclipped. She heard it. In fact, she immediately sort of walked around and then she heard me grab some treats and she went, oh, well, I'll come back for that.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Good job. You're so brave. So brave. So brave. Yes. Oh, you had enough treats. Okay.